Bahamas tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Shasheena Rolle. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the search continues for answers regarding yesterday's discovery of the body of a young man in front of our high-rise building on Grand Bahama. Tonight, family members are crying foul, and they're calling for answers. Joan Davis-Roll has our top story.
Just hope they can tell me what happened to him.
A local mother is in pain and in search of answers.
I kept calling. I called the RAN early from after 7, calling the RAN emergency, male surgical, male medical, everywhere. Called Port Lucaya police station, called Central, and he wasn't there.
This after her 24-year-old son, Delano France Duval, went missing on Sunday night. With no positive confirmation that there was some connection with the body found at Casa Bahama and a missing son, the family returned to the scene of the gruesome discovery on Tuesday. A discovery which his mother, Brenda Roberts, says has left more questions than answers.
After I didn't see him and hear from him, my boyfriend came home and told me that someone jumped from the building. So I told him I won't go see. So when I come out here, I didn't see nothing. So they told me it was a young man. So my man just told me after he was in home and that he didn't like him to not be home or nothing like that, to go and find out and inquire. When I go and inquire, I give them a description of him and everything and his clothing and everything. They just keep asking me what color shirt. I didn't know what color shirt because the jacket was zipped up.
Duval lived with his grandmother, Lilith Roberts. She recounted the last time she saw her grandson.
He came from the kitchen door, come out and gone straight to the front door. I saw the shadow going out. So I said, Delano, I said, where you going? He said, Mama, I ain't going no place. He said, I'm going right out in front of the yard. But a couple of minutes later, I get up from the table and gone to the door calling for him, and I didn't hear him. So I assume he maybe walked to somewhere around the neighborhood or wherever. He always walk around and then come back home in the yard, sit in the back of the yard under the trees with one chair and chill out there. And I him and I see him. And up to 12 o'clock Sunday, that was Sunday night, 12 o'clock, I called my daughter. I said, Brenda, Lano ain't home.
Despite reports of numerous attempts to get some answers from the police, the family, joined by local activist Troy Garvey, visited the Rand Memorial Hospital Tuesday morning, requesting to view the body that was discovered at Casa Bahama. Shortly afterwards, the family's worst nightmare became a reality, as the mother reportedly made a positive identification. Meanwhile, Garvey is pledging his support in the family's quest to determine how 24-year-old Delano Duval of Arden Forest, Freeport, met his demise.
After meeting with the mother this morning, it gives you an open sense of almost understanding that what is being said is not the truth. And I think that some thorough investigation really need to be done. I give her my 100% full support to help her in her quest to find out the truth as to what really happened to her son. And looking at the area now, it really causes one to wonder.
Now the family awaits the result of an autopsy report to determine the exact cause of death. Joan Davis-Roll, ZNS Network News.
Now, police are still investigating the circumstances surrounding Dorval's death. Anyone with any information that could assist them with their investigation is asked to contact 350-3107 or 8-911-919 or the nearest police station. In other news, the Bahamas oil refining company Borco giving its take today on the resignation of some of its marine pilots. This past Friday, 6 of Borco's 8 pilots gave notice that they will be resigning from Borco to become members of an association. The statement released by Borco says the company remains committed to maintaining a safe and efficient work environment and accuses the association of distorting the facts to support its stated cause. Borco's release says pilots remain in place and they do not expect any interruption of service. Officials say Borco employs twice the number of pilots necessary to ensure that pilots get sufficient rest, and there are lines of communication with all employees to address any concerns. According to the release, pilots maintain schedules and rotations in line with industry standards and regulations, and its training is on par with the best in the country. A number of agencies coming together this afternoon for a routine walkabout in the Pine Ridge area. Officers from the Central Division and Urban Renewal, along with Environmental Health, Immigration and Social Services, visited homes to hear the concerns of residents. Superintendent Clarence Reckley says the area is very diverse and occasionally faces minor crime.
Today we're walking through Bass Lane, Hearn Lane, Bruce Avenue. No major issues as such, however, we do have some concerns. There's a lot of domestic issues we have, and also what we call quality of life offenses, minor offenses. And we feel by showing our presence here today, along with our partners, it might make an impact on those issues that we experience. The small offenses we call minor offenses, stealing, domestic issues, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife, minor issues of that resort, quite a number of persons selling from their homes, which is illegal. Quite a number of houses through here operate as a bar where they sell alcohol. You can go and pick up a shopping cart and shop in some of these locations. And we've raided quite a few, but we also believe that if you come and speak to these people, let them know what they're doing is wrong, then we wouldn't have to go to that extent of arresting.
Now, Jerome Hutchison of the Immigration Department says it is their first time participating in the walk, but he is sure that it won't be their last.
Yesterday, inviting us to come out and participate, and we accepted graciously. Our new assistant director, he is keen on the community and what's going on in the community, and you know he's looking forward to the Department of Immigration taking an active role in what's going on, assisting wherever we can, and hopefully we will be participating more in the future on these walkthroughs.
And more tonight on that apparent infighting within the Grand Bahama Christian Council. Just 1 month after Pastor Keith Meadows was installed as president of the Grand Bahama Christian Council, comes word or an apparent vote of no confidence in the president by the executive board. Tonight, Pastor Keith Meadows says he is still the president, and while the saga continues, the council is confronted by the issue of disunity. There remains many unanswered questions as it relates to the nature of the charges levied against Grand Bahama Christian Council President Reverend Keith Meadows. While members of his executive team claim that there has been a vote of no confidence against the president, Meadows maintains that he is the president of the organization. The ongoing saga has many wondering if the Grand Bahama Christian Council is divided. Reverend Dr. J.C. Wallace says it is not.
I would say that it may seem to be not to be total unity, but there is unity. I use an example. The president called a meeting on Friday evening, and this church was packed from wall to wall. To me, that's unity. So there, you know, in any family, in any organization, you will have some for and some against. I say that the council, under the leadership of Reverend Keith Meadows, is quite unified.
Meadows nor those bringing the accusations have shed light on the allegations. However, a meeting held by the president and members of the Grand Bahama Christian Council this past Friday called for a commission of inquiry into those allegations.
If I charge a brother on allegation, hearsay, when will it stop? Next week, somebody's going to come and say a pastor went with the sister in the church. The following week, the next person's going to come and say the pastor stole the money. When will it end? It will never end. And as the Reverend Doctor said, there appears to seem to be some division. But the reality is that every organization, you're not going to have everybody on the same page.
While Wallace nor McAlpine are a part of the executive board, they share why it was important for them to come to Meadows' aid.
Because it's not about Keith Meadows or an executive. It is about the Grand Bahama Christian Council, the body itself. And it is not about an individual or group of individuals. It is about preserving the legacy of the Grand Bahama Christian Council and the presidency.
And while Pastor Keith Meadows did not have much to say during the press conference, he did tell ZNS News that he believes that this may provide an opportunity for him to move forward.
Whatever allegations that is out there, it is exactly what it is, allegations. And I believe that moving forward, I believe all of these things that we're experiencing will make us strong. And I think with all my heart that this too shall pass. And I believe in God, because the word of God says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lead not to your own understanding. And all your ways acknowledge him, and he's going to wreck your path.
They say the future of the Grand Bahama Christian Council and the executive team cannot be determined until a meeting is held with its members. Stay with us, the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition continues right after this.